Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So we have some new information coming from the Warhammer community website, and that is new start collecting box sets and also an Eldar model which was only part of a box set which is now able to get on its own. Well, very soon anyway. Well, next week, let's say, because all this is coming next week. So let's jump in, let's have a look at the box sets, let's discuss them all, go over them, what's inside of them and stuff like that, and have a nice little chat about them. So let's start with the start collecting box sets because these are the most interesting things for me anyway. So we have a start collecting Thousand Suns, and we have a start collecting Space Wolves, but it's not just regular Space Wolves. This is Primaris Space Wolves start collecting. Is this going to be the new direction now for GW? Are they going to start pumping out more of these start collecting, which is basically just for Primaris, like Primaris Blood Angels, Primaris Imperial Fist, Primaris Salamanders, White Scars, Raven Guard, you know, hopefully, because these guys need more models and more icons and stuff to go with the Primaris range. But for me, the intention of GW doing this is clear that the Primaris are at the forefront. I know people hate to discuss it. I know there's debates out there saying, well, you know, the Primaris are taking over. What's going on with the normal Marines and stuff like that? I know all the debates are out there at the moment, but the business side of GW seems to be pushing the Primaris more and more and more. I haven't seen anything release schedule for the normal Marines beside the Space Marine Hero box sets, which are not really, well, they are, obviously, they are new models, but they're not, you know, intended to play, well, they are intended to play 40k, but you know what I mean, they're not part of, it's like a separate kind of game, more or less. It's not part of, like, the 8th edition game. Those are the only normal Marines that I've seen to, which have got new models, and I know there's a new event librarian model that's coming out as well, but again, like, event models don't really count as well. So in this start collecting box set for Primaris Space Wolf, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so you get a full 10-man intercessor squad, you get 3 aggressors. I'm sure these are going to be the multi-part build kits, by the way, so you can either have them as flamers or you can have the Boltstorm gauntlets, and you get the Primaris, basically, I think he was a lieutenant when he first came out, but it says here Primaris battle leader, so you know you can have him as a captain or anything you want. This guy was actually in the Primaris box set against the Eldar, which we'll be talking about in a minute, but you couldn't really get this guy on his own. You had to get him as part of that box set. There's actually a couple of Primaris models which are only available where you can only get them in the box sets, and it's the Dark Imperium ones. The Ancient you can only get in the Dark Imperium box set, and the Captain in Gravis armor you can only get him in the Dark Imperium box set as well, which is really, really weird because these models are really good models. You know, the Captain in Gravis armor is good when you play him on tabletop, so it's kind of sucky that to get him you have to either go on eBay and find a really good deal, or buy a complete Dark Imperium box set that way and, you know, getting through that. So I'm really, really wondering and scratching my head why GW hasn't actually released some of these models in single format. Maybe this is the start of it, really, where these guys are coming out in single format. And the next one is, of course, the Thousand Sun one start collecting box set, and you can see on here it's got Araman. You can have him as Araman or a Sorcerer, I would say. You've got some Rubik Marines, and you've got some of those bird-looking people. I have no idea what they're called. I just call them bird boys. So that looks like a nice, healthy little start collecting box set for the Thousand Suns. Again, I'm not too sure if Thousand Suns have had an actual start collecting box set. Is this the first time they've actually had one? I'm sure Nurgle had one, but I'm not too sure Thousand Suns had one. One of the really cool things about this is that, of course, this one is Thousand Suns and the other one is Space Wolves. So they're kind of releasing it as a kind of a rivalry. So, you know, maybe your friend can start collecting Thousand Suns and you start collecting Primaris Space Wolves. Maybe they'll start doing more of these boxes where they release like an Imperial Fist one / Iron Warrior one. Maybe, I don't know, Ultramarine / Word Bearer one. You know, stuff like that where they can go together and you can, you know, play off the rivalries and stuff like that. But the things I would like in here, more than anything, especially with the Space Wolf Primaris one, is the upgrade kits that the Imperial Fist got with that big box set at Christmas time. We haven't seen any of that stuff come out since that. That was the only box set where you could get like Imperial Fist decals. You could get Imperial Fist upgrade kits for, you know, the Power Fist, the shoulder pads. You got some nice little icons in there to stick on your guys, you know, to really make them stand out in the battlefield. And I was like, okay, they'll do this around at Christmas, and then they'll release it separate, so you can buy like a little upgrade kit for your Imperial Fists, and then, you know, just it's going to be sold separately. But they haven't put any of that stuff out, which is very, very strange. Still scratching my head. Maybe it's on the card still, but it's just not the right time to release it at this moment in time. Of course, the main thing of these box sets is to save money, and it does say these money-saving boxes are a great way to kick off your new army or to add to an existing force, because that's the main thing when you come to get these, is basically you save money with the stuff that's inside. So it's going to be interesting to see what they go for. If I'm not mistaken, these things normally sell for around £50. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think the last time I saw it, it was around £50. They may have gone up in price, or I'm thinking of something completely different. But that is the main thing about these, is they're cost effective. So if you are a Primaris player, a Space Wolf Primaris player, or you are a 1000 Sun player, then these are the box sets that you want to be adding to your force, because first thing, they're cheap, and second thing, they have some decent contents in there to add to your army to bulk it out more. And lastly, we have a new plastic Spirit Sphere. So it says also available in the plastics is the Spirit Sphere that is first featured in Wake of the Dead box set. These skilled psychers can lead craft worlds of Ynnari force and work best in the Spirit Host army, where they can increase accuracy of Wraith units. Now, again, there was a lot of discussion about this character, where this character was only available in the Wake the Dead box set, but now it's coming out in single form plastic, which we just discussed before. We still have the Captain in Gravis, and we have the Ancient, so maybe this is the start now of these guys coming out, so we can actually buy them instead of, you know, going over eBay looking for all the deals and, you know, going out and maybe try and get our hands on a box set that is not produced anymore. So good on GW. This is what we want. Please, 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 can you do it with more of the models that you can only get in certain box sets and stuff like that, and that will make me a very happy chappy. There is more stuff mentioned in the article. There's Warhammer Age of Sigmar stuff. There's some Blood Bowl stuff, if I'm not mistaken, but as always, I'm a 40k channel. I'm not really into that. Actually, there is some Titanicus stuff if you're really into Titanicus. They have some really cool, awesome dice sets. I actually really want to get into Titanicus, but at the moment, I've just got too much stuff. I'm just full on a Primaris binge at the moment. So once that is like maybe laid low a little bit, then I can start jumping in and focusing on other little like skirmish games and stuff like that. But at the moment, it's full on Primaris. Right, that is me done for another video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. Tell me what you think. Are you going to be getting these start collecting box sets? Do you want different start collecting box sets? Post them below and we can have a nice little chat down there. As always, thank you once again. See you now and bye-bye.